Hello and welcome to TFN Repairs. In this week's video, we are going to reassemble those two Game Boys we disassembled on the last video. First, give them a thorough cleanup after the retro write, recap the ports, and put in new displays. As you can see, the cases went through the retro write process. They are not quite brand new, but they sure are a lot less yellow. I would even say they turned gray again. We have to clean those once again with isopropanol and get rid of the remaining residue of the hydrogen peroxide. The buttons, on the other hand, didn't clean up quite as expected. They are still quite dirty despite giving them another cleanup with isopropanol. And the contact pads are pretty worn, so we will just replace them. The only thing we keep from the original Game Boys are the on-off switches and of course the boards and the contacts. These will be recapped. I got the capacitors delivered finally. But first, let's start on cleaning up those Game Boys, finish up the front side, and then move on to the board side. They still have quite a hydrogen peroxide smell. I gave them a thorough cleanup underwater. I also did put them back inside the ultrasonic cleaner. They still have a smell. Maybe I let them in too long, but I didn't give them an IPA cleanup. On a side note, I got rid of the remaining grime from the D-bed. So, now that this is done, let's put those aside so the IPA can evaporate and get our focus on the motherboards. We need to clean up on a switch on both boards. We need to replace the capacitors. We need to desolder those contacts and put them into white vinegar alongside the other contacts. We don't need to replace the volume dial. Let's start with getting out the desoldering gun for the contacts and move on. Let's go for 380. And try this way. I love this iron. It starts smoking it immediately and it starts melting the solder at once. Okay. Let's put on some low temp solder. Don't need any for this hole. Let's try the wick again. Yeah, this might be too dried up. Let's put some. Yeah, I got some of that disgusting no clean flux, but I won't use much. Yeah, it's already too much. No. Need to get better flux, definitely. So let's try a different wick. So This is what counts as white vinegar around here. It's okay. Just on easy. Here. So let's keep that in the solution of 5% white vinegar overnight. Clean them up tomorrow with IPA to stop the acidic reaction. And I need to put in a bit more. So everything is covered, but so far I can see some slight bubbling. Not much, but slight. Maybe we can save those contacts. I got those sets from AliExpress. Those should be recap sets and contain all needed capacitors. Now I just need to find a schematic or something to check which cap goes where. Since this is a board from the 80s, back then they still printed the required components on the board with silkscreen. From what I know, high voltage is okay. It just means that it can handle more voltage throughput. Let's sort them together. Let's try with wick. So this one is out. We have no indication which polarity goes where. Okay. Let me check. This was 32, 325. Polarity goes this way. Let's try if this works like that. So let's touch that solder joint up. We need to still clean this up. First, recap it. So, so I just desoldered the wrong two. Okay. I desoldered one of the ceramic ones. Okay. Do I need more temp? Let's go up to 450. I think this old solder doesn't want to be removed. Yeah, I need flux. 380. Just a tiny. This here part. Not wanting it to be soaked in flux. So yeah, so how does this look like? It looks good. We need to clean the board anyway. Let's just remove the flux around here. And let's come back here. Let's continue. So I replaced this one. I replaced this one. Let's continue with these two. Some plugs. Should be these two. A bit much. I need to get a microscope, and that fume extractor is pretty obnoxious. Audio doesn't suffer too much on the fume extractor. And I will work on a Lazy Susan this weekend. 3D printed. I got some suggestions over Discord to use a Lazy Susan to present the finished Game Boys. And we have another one to solder. The same procedure, but I won't bore you with this on this board. The soldering, and so the main board is done. That's all good. So just on the two on the audio board. And we also still need to clean up the link ports and the main board itself. Remove the flux. This board, after we solder back the terminals, is ready to go back in. Now let's start with the second one. I got them out of the white vinegar and put them into IPA. They still don't look really good, but let's clean them up with the brush. Maybe we get a wonder. Two of those, the nickel plating has been worn off, so we will replace those two. The others don't look actually that bad. Let's replace those contacts, solder them in, and start putting those two Game Boys together. Okay, so this works. Put in some solder, put the board upright, reliquify the solder. We sure this is right. Yeah, we are sure this is not. The large one goes here. Okay. First one is soldered. Yep, that looks better now. Let's just replace it with a new one. And let's take a look at the other one first before we solder it. So, awesome. It's losing its plating on the leg. Now I just need to strengthen those solder joints, fix the alignment, and we can start putting them together. These are soldered. Let's put in the shield and start reassembling. How do these align? That? No. That? Yay. Fantic, if you're watching, I need a new one. So the backside is put together on one. Let's start with the second one. Oh, and I did the cleaning of the switch on off camera, simply just to come along a bit quicker. Also, I forgot to press record. Oh, and I also cleaned the headphone jacks and the power port, even though I don't have a power supply for it. So, looks good so far. Yep, that's in. Looks good. Looks good. Now the front shell. So I had to take off my gloves for the this part. Now let's put in lens first, buttons and the rest. I guess I don't need to clean those with IPA again, since I cleaned them earlier. But this time I will put those in first, use a microfiber cloth to clean the inside before I put the new display in. Last time I trapped a hair and couldn't get it out. And again, I forgot to press record. Yeah, it's clean. And is clean. So next one are the buttons. Now then, let's see if we can get them in without disassembling. No. Then I guess out with the board again and put the button. Let's start with displays. So, don't forget to open up the clasp. Display is connected, those cables are routed. Before I put them together, so much better. Let's assemble the second one. We got both back assembled. Now let's hook up the cable, put some batteries in, and hope nothing blows up. As with the last one, I start with the board side, with the main board side, and after that hook up the display and we're done. Be careful with those ribbon cables. So, now they're back together. Put some batteries in and hope for the best. We got power. Does it read a game? Looks good. We have sound. It doesn't load the game. Okay. Sound is good. Display is good. Yeah, you can see. Let's turn back the volume so we don't get copy strike. And as again, as I said in the last video, that a display doesn't mean you're good at a game. I need to get some dioxide and clean this game slot. But so far it's done. Let's test the other one and screw them back together. We got power. We don't have. Oh, just a loose contact. We got sound. Oh, no game. Those contacts don't look that bad. So I need to get the oxide, put that in the slot. We got sound, we got display. Let's try the same again. Let's put them back together and call them 90% fixed. Need to get in there and clean those contacts, but other than that, looks good. So we are going for trying. Also, let's try it again after we put it together. Maybe it's just a loose contact. Let's try again after we put everything back together. Same logo right away. The slot needs definitely cleaning with the oxide. So let's put the other one back together. Also keep in mind, it could still be my game. That game is almost 30 years old. Judging that I get this working display after the third or fourth try. I will revisit those two Game Boys in another video. We have a working display. We have occasional working Game Boy. It can't be much. Maybe really just dirt inside the game slot. I need to revisit those. For now, let's call them 90% fixed. It loads the game, it just doesn't display it correct. It's really either the game card slot, if it doesn't load the game, maybe there's a problem with the connection to the chip, the copyright chip. Maybe it's a correct solder joint, something I did. Maybe one of the capacitors was bad. I replaced with, but they look extremely good. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and enable notifications. See you in the next one.